Very good morning, dear students. Today I am going to discuss the first segment of the paper, that is the reading segment, and it is of 20 marks in the terms and 10 marks in the periodics. So it is a very important segment as it carries it carries a lot of marks. So it is very important to understand that how we should attempt this portion. So dear friends, in this segment, under the reading segment, we get a comprehension in which we get a passage or the stanzas from the poem from which we have to read it carefully and we have to attempt the questions given. So how we can get maximum marks and what we should do to score maximum marks in this portion. So for this we are making this video. Please listen to it very carefully and follow the rules and practice accordingly, as after the practice only you will be able to comprehend the passage with whatsoever are coming in the exams and get maximum marks. So all the best to you all. Please listen very carefully and follow the instructions and try passages at home. Okay. So first of all, I will be telling you the things that are not to be done while doing this passage, what you need not to be do, and the mistakes we are doing while doing a passage. First of all, don't attempt it in last. You need not to attempt this passage. Some of the children, what they do, they attempt the passages in the last. They keep them because English papers are mostly lengthy, and the students think that they will attempt this portion in the last. But it will not help you because it need concentration. In the starting hours, you can pay more concentration on them. So better to attempt it in the very starting only, and so that you sit calmly and calmly you try to understand it and attempt the questions. So the best way to do it in the very starting of the exam. Okay. Then secondly, don't read the passage first. Likewise, you might have seen that most of the teachers say read the passage. Yes, you need to read the passage, but the trick is that first of all you read the questions. First read the questions, that what are the questions, and make a picture in your mind that what you all need to know. Okay, like read the question and you will make a picture in your mind that what all things you need to know from the passage. When you are having a picture already in your mind, it will be easy for you to analyze the passage. Okay, now things what we have to do in during the comprehension. First of all, read all questions given. First of all, what you have to do, you have to read the question given, and do this when you have given 15 minutes extra for reading in the paper, as we all received 15 minutes in the paper for reading portion only. So at that time you just read the questions given and try to frame them, keep them in your mind while reading the passage. Okay, then read the passage and underline the answers. After reading the questions, now what you have to do, you have to go back to the passage, read the passage very carefully. Now the questions are already in your mind, and according to your questions keep underlining in the passages that the things are being asked for, and again you can read the question and find out the answer easily. In this way your less time will be occupied, and it will help you to find out the answers quickly. Okay, secondly, what you have to do while doing the answers, there is a particular sequence. I want you to think a little bit smartly. Like if you will see according to the passage, or if there are two passages, two paragraphs, the questions are given. What is the framework of the questions? Mostly the questions from the first, second question will be from the first 2 to 3 lines or 4 lines, and likewise it will follow. It is always in a sequence form. If you will see carefully, it is in a sequence form. The question number 1 will be from the first few lines, and the second question will be in the following lines. Likewise, it will be in a proper sequence. It never happens that the question in the last will come from the first passage, and it hardly happens. It never happens, because always the comprehensions are questions are in a sequential form. Okay. Now the next question is, sometimes there are questions related, like they find out the synonym of this word or antonyms of this word or the opposite words. Questions like these are there. Dear friends, for this you need to practice a lot. You have to just read whatsoever on your hands get on and increase your vocabulary. so that your vocabulary is so enriched that you easily get the answers. The first thing is that. Secondly, just try to understand the passage very carefully. If the word is given that is tough for you and you are not able to find, please try to make out from the sentences that what does it means, what does the word mean, and what does the passage is about, and the difficult words that are coming in between, basically what it could mean. Find out the meaning of it. In this way it will be easy for you to find out the answers of synonyms or antonyms in the passage. So likewise, you should also know the rhyming words. What are the rhyming words? The grammar practice also, like basic parts of speech can also be asked from the passages, like underline the nouns in the passage, underline the verbs in the passage, or the adjectives in the passage. So such kinds of questions also come. And one more type of question comes, that is in the poem stanzas, that who is the poet or the of the poem, or the who is the what is the name of the poem, or give a title to the passage. So according to the passage you think the most relevant title can be, just give that. And in case of poem and poet, if the poem is so common that you know that who is the poet, that it will be easy for you. And if the poem is such that you have never read it before and it is not a common poem, that then the teacher will not give you such kind of question. So in that case, you have to just like if the teacher asks you to name a poem, then you have to judge from the poem only that what is the poet talking about in the poem, and you just have to give the answer accordingly. And the other thing, the teacher can also ask you to explain the few lines from the poem. So try to understand it. Try to understand what the poet wants to say behind the line, what is his feeling, and what are the emotions involved in the poem. Because in the poems it is not only the lines that are making meaning, but there are some hidden meanings that you need to find out and need to explain. So this much only. Thank you, dear friends. Hope you will follow the pattern. You will first read the questions and then move on to the passages, and then try to underline them and find out the answers carefully. And my advice to you is for comprehension is that attempt maximum comprehensions as you can. There are comprehensions given behind your book, in your grammar book. Even you can get exercises online or the separate books for the comprehensions. It will give you a lot of practice. And as if you will practice a lot, you will be perfect. You will be just able to do any kind of comprehension and score full marks in this segment, and you will never lose marks in comprehensions. As you might also be knowing that from 3rd standard to 12th standard there is a reading portion, and comprehension comes in every class and it carries a lot of marks. So my advice to you is to practice a lot in comprehensions and improve your vocabulary too. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.